kid's sleepy corner. Felix the Fox and the Honest Adventure. In a cozy corner of whispering woods, where the trees danced gently in the breeze and the stars sparkled like sugar sprinkles, lived a clever little fox named Felix. Felix was known far and wide for his quick paws, curious nose, and one very big secret. He had a tiny problem with telling the truth. Felix didn't mean to lie. Not really. It just sort of slipped out when he got nervous or didn't want to get in trouble. One sunny morning, Felix trotted down the dirt path toward Farmer Maple's barn. He had promised to help gather apples today, but he was running late. Again, "Oops," he said, hopping along. "I'll just say I got chased by a squirrel. That's believable." As Felix neared the barn, he saw Clara the cow munching grass and humming a tune. "Morning, Clara," Felix chirped. Clara blinked her big brown eyes and smiled. "Morning, Felix. You're late." Again, Felix scratched his ear. "Well, I was on time, but then a squirrel challenged me to a race. I couldn't say no." Clara raised an eyebrow. "A squirrel? You don't say." "I do say," Felix insisted. Then something strange happened. Clunk! A bucket hanging on the barn wall wobbled and fell, bonk, right on Felix's head. "Ow!" Clara giggled, but then looked curious. That bucket's been hanging there forever. It's never fallen before." Felix brushed hay from his ears. Weird coincidence. Or was it? Felix and Clara started collecting apples in the orchard. But as the morning went on, more odd things happened. Felix told Benny the Badger he had polished all the apples already, even though half were still dirty. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the orchard and whoosh. The clean apples flew everywhere, right into a muddy puddle. Come on," Felix cried. Benny frowned. "Are you sure you cleaned them?" Mostly." Later that day, Felix returned to the barn to take a break. He sat under the old tree beside it and sighed. Why does everything keep going wrong today? Just then, a low voice rumbled from above. Not thunder, not the wind. It was the tree. Yes, the tree talked. "You've been stretching the truth, little fox." Felix jumped up. Who said that?" "I did," said the tree. "I'm the truth tree. Been watching this farm for generations, and I've noticed you haven't been quite honest." Felix gulped. "I wasn't trying to hurt anyone." The truth tree bent one of its branches toward him. "But lies, even little ones, can grow. Like weeds. They tangle up the good roots." Felix looked at his paws. "What should I do?" "Tell the truth," the tree said, "even when it's hard." That night, the sky turned gold and purple as the sun began to set. Felix padded back to the barnyard and found Clara. "Hey, Clara," he said, his ears low. "About the squirrel story, it wasn't true. I overslept, and I've been making up excuses all day." Clara smiled gently. "I know. I figured." "You did. You're my friend, Felix," she said. "And friends know when something's not quite right. But I'm proud of you for saying it now." Felix's tail wagged slowly. "I guess it's time I start practicing truth-telling." At that moment, The same bucket that had fallen earlier gave a tiny wiggle and gently floated back up onto its hook. Felix blinked. Okay, that's really weird. Clara winked. Maybe the world just likes honesty. From that day on, Felix made a new promise, not to be perfect, but to try, to tell the truth, even when it meant admitting he forgot something or made a mistake. And you know what? The world around him started to feel brighter, more kind, happier, because when we tell the truth, we make room for trust. And that is where real adventure begins. Good night, little fox. Good night, bright hearts. And may your dreams be honest and full of magic. The end.